Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now I was recently requested to use these paints again on my channel, and now these are the really cheap paints that I harped on about a month or two ago, and they were from AliExpress. I do have a video dedicated just to this palette. I'll link it up here just in case you're interested and you want to watch it, or I will pop it in the description. Now before I talk about anything else, because I have got other embellishments that I want to use on this page, I'm not just going to use watercolour. I think I'll probably call this video how I use my embellishments to decorate a page or finish a page, something like that. So I want to activate the colours. Now I want to use these paints. I want to finish off the scarf here, so I need a nice turquoisey colour, which that might be the closest actually of the colour that I'm after. So I'll activate that one. And then I want to do some like splatters of colour, so I might use this really light one. It's got like an undertone of lavender in it, and then a really light blue. Just use them two for now and just leave that to one side just so it can activate. Have I definitely chosen the right colours there? Yeah, actually I'm going to choose that one right in the middle as well. So we've got this one, and this one, and this one. What else am I going to be using? I've pulled my stickles out as well, so I want to pop some stickles on. And the very last thing that I'm going to pop on is this Woe embossing powder glitter. Now it's beautiful. The bottle is dirty, I do apologise. That is messy, but it is the sparkliest, come on camera, there we go, glitter that I've come across, and it hasn't come off one of my pages. It was the World Within Worlds Kirby page that I did. It was a yellow flower and a fur in the middle, and I used that glitter. That was like over a year and a half ago, and it's still on there. It's still doing brilliant, and I stuck it on with this quickie glue. Now I might have to really get this activated because I've not used it in a little while. Probably shouldn't be doing it on my finger. Maybe better idea to get a scrap piece of paper. There we go, it's activated now. And I've been really good. I've actually been writing some of my colour combos down on these little post-it notes. I couldn't think of the names, a good job it was at the bottom. So that should be close to being activated. Now I pulled out two brushes, one small, size 4, and an even smaller Derwent aqua brush. I think I'll use this one, just the even smaller one, just to get started. And I did forget a cloth for wiping the excess, and for the spackles I'll use this, what I've been using a lot recently, the Faber-Castell Perfection eraser brush. I use the end of it, it's just brilliant. It doesn't suck up the colour because it's plastic, I think. I'm not sure what that's made out of, to be honest. I think it is plastic, but it doesn't suck up the colour, and you can get a really good flick of colour with this. It's really good. So let's start off with, it was this one, wasn't it, or was it not? I can't, I'm confused now. But saying that, it doesn't take me much because I can't see which ones are pre-wet now. I think it was that one. Yes it was, because there you go, it's all moving. It's all moving, I guessed right. So I want to bring you in a little bit closer. Don't want to say zoom in because this camera doesn't zoom in very well. My other one does, but that one's a bit too bulky to use on a daily. So that should be fully loaded. And let's just start popping this colour down. To be honest, I did forget about these little tassels, and then I remembered that I'd promised that I'd do this video using them. And then I remembered about the little tassels, so I thought, oh perfect, it's the perfect page actually to show all these different embellishments on. I was thinking of some texture paste and glitter paste and stuff, but I think it would be too much. It'd be too much on one page. Your eyes would just be all over the show looking at all the different things. So just keep it as simple as I can without going too much over the top. But I'm using stickles, and I end up always going over the top with stickles because I do really like them. So I need to tell myself to stop. Add some more water to that. The consistency that I like this paint is like the consistency of custard or melted butter. Really nice and thick, so you're not seeing that white of the paper underneath. And you saw I did that in real time. They really do not take long to activate these paints at all. So I'm going to clean that brush off, and then so for the splatter effect, I'm probably not going to be able to show you the palettes in the frame, but I will add some more water to them colours that I did say I was using. And it was this one and this one, wasn't it? This one and this one, yep. I'll also have to add more water as I go. So I'll pop the palette here. Let's wet this as well. Let's get it damp. Start activating that colour. It might need to be a little bit more runny with it being on this brush, but that's the sort of consistency that I'm talking about, really thick and gloopy sort of. And then just pop this on the page. It probably won't show up very well on camera until it's dried, and then until you know, I'm lifting it up to the camera and you can see, especially this colour with it being so light, but it is there, it's just very, very minimal. So we'll try with the, it's like a pearl blue, this one, almost. So you can see there how much I've loaded it up. I can't believe it, the camera's behaving for once. You should be able to see that one a little bit better. Oh, I should have protected the page at the side. Never mind. Never mind. I'll just look a bit messy. So that's enough of that colour. And then this lighter colour here, which is absolutely beautiful. It's like got tones of greens and silvers. Yeah, the camera's not listening. I jinxed it, didn't I? I jinxed it. But keep in mind when you're using especially this to do this like flick effect, it goes everywhere. It goes absolutely everywhere. So while this is drying, I'll move everything off my desk, spray it down with water, and then just use my cloth here. I mean, even if you miss bits, it'll come up. It's just watercolour. But so yeah, I have to leave that to dry now, unfortunately. It shouldn't take too long at all. But yeah, I wish I'd found these paints before spending a lot of money on the Etsy ones. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. There is certain ones on Etsy that cannot be beaten. The handmade ones, they really can't be beaten. They're so unique. But for just a standard, you know, one of every colour, that does the trick for the price. So if I just move it, and it's not even dried yet, but you can see all the shininess. We're meant to be having a heat wave in the UK, and it's really cloudy today, so the lighting's not the best. So I will come back once it's dry, so then I can add the stickles, and then this. I'm probably going to add this first, actually, to save myself the hassle of it going all over the stickles. So that didn't take long at all, actually. So let's move all this out of the way. Where's my lid disappeared to? There it is. Now I need a scrap piece of paper. I need to pop this under the magazine book, page, whatever it is that you're using. Pull that down a little bit. I'll do that in a minute. I'll have to pull the camera out again. Annoying. So with the glitter, I just want to add it in certain areas. So maybe like the tip of his nose, going onto his snout. Now you do have to work a little bit quick with this. It has got a slight blue colour to it, but you still have to work pretty quick. So I'll have to do this in sections. So we'll go ahead and add a little bit to his nose, to the little baby's nose as well. On that eye. Top of his paw. We want some here. A little bobble of the heart. We'll pop a little bit here as well. So like I said, we'll work in sections because it does dry pretty quick, this stuff. So you just want to sprinkle this over everywhere that you've popped that glue. Now you can put as much or as little down as you want. I would suggest putting more down than you need. Leave it for a second. Yes, it looks messy, but it's one of them where you trust the process. I do need my little fan brush. So that should be enough time. What you want to do is make sure that this scrap piece of paper is at the end to catch all the excess glitter, so then you can put it back in the tub. Now I'm going to keep the book upright and use my little fan brush just to move the excess glitter, because we've got some that's like on his ear and all this at the bottom here. Give it a little bit of a tap, and that has caught all the glitter. If I just show you the effect, can you see it all over the nose? It's so cute, it's so cute. So I won't bother putting that back in the container just yet. I'll just have to be careful, don't knock it over, Deborah. I want a little bit. Now be careful, because it's not dry. It's not dry. Pull this down a little bit more. It's going to end up going everywhere. This, I can just see it coming. We'll put some on his little hat. The tip of his ear. Some on the little scarf. Now I want to make this a little bit messier. And what I think I'll do is pull out the PVA glue to add it in big sections. Some of his little feet. Are they still called paws if they're the feet ones? I don't know. And then on his little tail. Not sure how much of that has gone down, but same thing again. Pop the glitter down. And just wait a second. Move this back up. I shouldn't put the stickles there, the stickles are in the way. Let's lift this up. Use the little brush again. And that is done the trick. Perfectly well. Perfectly well. You see? But I am going to pull out some PVA glue, I think. Oh, I've got an idea. I've got a better idea. So let me just put this to one side for now, because I am running out of space. Let's get this back in the tub. Without spilling it absolutely everywhere. Let's get the lid on this bad boy, because I don't want this spilling. Right. So as well as adding the stickles, why not? Because I've got some of this Dovecraft stuff. So I'm gonna just, you know, like as if it was snow, but then add that glitter over the top and see if it's gonna stick. I've never tried this before, so we'll see together. Again, it might not show up very well on camera. It's a really, really see-through colour, this one. Same thing again with the glitter. Just try and see where I've popped it down. It's difficult to see. So just to be safe, I'm going to go over the whole thing. So let's leave it for a second. Oh, I just want to mention as well, just in case anyone's wondering, this container here that I keep my stickles in was purchased off Amazon. It was like £15 a couple of years ago. It does actually, it got the capability of standing up as well, but I just keep it laid down. It's quite handy actually. So I'm going to fold this page over to make it easier for myself. Pour all that glitter. Now be careful because I don't want the Dove Craft getting all over my fan brush. Give it a good tap tap tap, and I've just messed the top bit up, so don't do that, Deborah. And that's worked beautifully. That has worked really well actually. So I'm just going to add the smallest amount of stickles now, because that page is going to end up being over the top with sparkle. So let's get this back in here. Now I did purchase this wool embossing powder off the actual website, so I'll link the website down below. Again, it was bought a long time ago. Now you make sure you buy the wool embossing powder glitter and not the embossing powder glitter, because the embossing powder you have to use a heat gun to actually get that to activate. It's not as sparkly as this. So there's two glitters that I've got that they did have at the time. I don't know if they do anymore, but I've got this silver one that's got like multicoloring, and then a gold that I've used a lot less of. But they really are beautiful glitters if you've not tried them. So like I said, I'll link that website down below so you can have a little bit of a nosy. Got glitter everywhere. It's a good job I'm going having a shower soon, because I imagine I'm going to forget and then touch my face or my hair or my dog and get this stuff everywhere. So for the stickles, I'm not going to do much now after this amount of glitter on the page, but I think I'll use the red, the Christmas red, funnily enough, Christmas red. I can actually share this page on Instagram now once this is all dry for Christmas in July. Are you a seasonal colourist? I haven't done Christmas in July for years. So it's a nice change. I just fancied a Christmas page the other night, so randomly put in these, and they're not perfect, just to add the stickles. So I've added something else to the page, and I think that's it, Bob's your uncle. So we've used the metallic glittery watercolours, the stickles, the wool embossing powder, glitter, and I think it's turned out beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I think they complement each other perfectly. But thank you so much for watching. Please do leave me a thumbs up. It does help my channel out loads, more than you'd know. So take care of yourself, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.